Pick up and then we'll go.
We'll never surrender.
Skin boots on a Saturday night.
Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and welcome back to an all-new Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies video. And today I should have a very interesting video for you guys. So if you've been following me on Twitter over the last week, you'll know that I'm desperately trying really hard to complete the Easter egg for the Giant, of which the majority of the community have practically given up on, and no one's really working together to try and complete this Easter egg. And I think that is honestly the only reason why it hasn't been found yet, because no one's actually looking. Now, over that time period, I have found a lot of very weird stuff. And I'm pretty sure that it is some sort of continuation to the Easter egg on the Giant. I am fairly confident that there is a main Easter egg on the Giant due to various different things which I have found on the map. For example, a video should have gone up earlier today, although it was supposed to be uploaded yesterday, where I talked about this secret room which is found floating in the middle of nowhere outside of the Giant when you glitch out of the map. Now, I don't understand why this random room is here. You can't enter it, there's an invisible barrier, and it makes no sense why it is here unless it has something to do with the Easter egg. Treyarch don't leave random objects that big just lying outside the map. So maybe during the Easter egg, maybe even the ending, I was speculating that maybe you could actually teleport there, and that's where the actual test subjects are located. Well, anyways, today I have something very interesting indeed. So right now you can actually see some gameplay which was actually provided to me by Mad Gaz Gaming. A link to his channel will be down in this video's description, and somehow he actually managed to turn one of these 4 red lights green. However, this was only available within Theta. He said that when he was actually in-game, it wasn't actually green, so this could just be some sort of texture glitch, but it makes no sense why it would turn green if it was just a texture glitch. It's not like Treyarch intended for things like this to happen. Usually with texture glitches, you have problems with textures not loading, or they start flashing, or something like that, but they usually don't turn a completely different colour. Now, this makes me believe that this definitely has something to do with the Easter egg. Now, he claims that how he actually managed to activate this was he pack-a-punched the KN-44, and what he did was shot these 3 secret clocks around the map, which are very similar to the main clock in the spawn area of the Giant, which are all set to the same time. Now, the thing is, I tried this exact same thing today, and I could not get it to work. I went into Theta, and it was not green. This makes me believe that whatever it was that he did to actually make it turn green wasn't what he thought it was, or maybe it was just something slightly different to what I did, or something like that. However, this is actually occurring for a lot of people at the moment. In fact, someone actually told me on Twitter that they were actually playing in-game and not in Theta, and they saw this, they managed to turn this light to green. They said that they weren't in Theta and they were actually in-game. Now, I don't have images or gameplay for any proof of that, so I have no idea, but I don't think he's lying. This guy has made intros and stuff for me in the past, so I am completely clueless on how to actually turn this green. Now, maybe you have to turn all 4 green. However, maybe once you've turned all 4 green, that's the only time at which you'll see them all turn green in-game, and then when you're in Theta, you only see each individual one turn green. Or maybe, in fact, it didn't activate anything, and instead it glitched out to a step of which it would turn green, although he didn't actually activate that step, if that makes sense. So maybe he didn't activate the step in order to turn it green, but it glitched out in Theta and showed him what it would look like, and maybe the step is still yet to be found. Now, I want to show you something else which is very interesting. This is my own gameplay. And as you can see, I managed to turn one of the buttons on the panel. I managed to turn it yellow. Now, I've gone back and tried this multiple times, and I think I've figured out how I turned it yellow. This seems to only occur when you actually teleport in the teleporter with a monkey bomb and also a hellhound. Bear in mind, this was actually prior to actually doing the secret perk location Easter egg where the laser shoots out of the robot's eye. This was actually prior to that. Now, once again, this was only visible in Theta, so it could be some sort of texture glitch. However, I am 100% confident that this isn't just a texture glitch, because it happens every single time when you teleport with a monkey and a hellhound. I've repeated this multiple times, and every single time it has turned yellow. Now, I am confident that the Easter egg on the giant has something to do with teleporting in the teleporters with a monkey and a hellhound, and I think you've got to do it in some sort of specific order, and also more than once. Currently, I think the order of which you have to do it in is the order of which you actually link the teleporters to the mainframe, and I think you have to do it twice for each one. But the thing is, every time I've tried this, the game has immediately crashed. Well, first of all, I get like a disconnected Ethernet cable on screen, and then the game just freezes and crashes, and then I have to restart because I get an error. The fact that I get an error every single time I've done this really strongly hints that this is some sort of Easter egg step, because with Shadows of Evil, when people were trying to complete the Easter egg, they were running into a lot of glitches and errors and freezes and crashes and things like that when they were trying to complete these steps. For whatever reason, Treyarch have made these Easter eggs very, very glitchy, and I think this is all due to a patch which they actually did prior to Black Ops 3's launch to try and prevent leaks. They didn't want people leaking out the actual Easter egg, so basically they tried to patch it so it would make it harder for people to do, and I think some of these bugs have sort of carried over into the actual game, and that's why we're experiencing all of these bugs and glitches when I actually tried to do this step where I would teleport in each teleporter with a monkey bomb and a hellhound after I had actually activated the Origins robot. And I would do it twice in each one. Well, finally, when I did it for the third and final one, when I did it again, I got this crash. However, it gave me an on-screen disconnected Ethernet cable, and for about 20 seconds I was able to move before the game actually crashed. During this time period, I actually ran from the teleport to the left of the mainframe all the way to teleporter C. And when I got there, when I looked at the bottom of the actual teleporter, and there's like this blue lining in a circle that goes around it, well, that was just completely transparent, and all of the electric things up to the sides of them, there was no electric. Now, I don't have any gameplay to provide any proof of this because I looked over to the right, and for some reason my Elgato was just frozen. It wasn't recording. I don't know what the hell was going on. But I will be trying this again to try and provide some actual proof for this, because somehow the teleporters were turned off. But I don't know why every time I do this step, I immediately crash the game. This has to be something huge. There's no way that it's pure coincidence, or there's no way that this is an actual glitch where it crashes every single time you do this. It's so weird. Now, something else that I noted was that you can actually see on screen, again this was only visible within Theta. Well, after I had actually completed the activating the Origins robot where the laser shoots out and you get the bonus perk location, well, after I did that, again this was only visible in Theta, but I managed to turn one of the red lights on the panel back on. Now, I believe this is a texture glitch. I doubt this is anything, but who knows. I'm not sure how I activated it either, but I just thought I would throw it out there in case down the line this does actually turn out to be something. Now, before I end this video, I just want to talk about some stuff that I have been finding, because I do believe I have managed to get somewhat further in the Easter egg, but the thing is, a lot of the things I've done, I don't know how I've done them. Now, there is actually one location on the giant which I won't actually be showing within this video. I've mentioned where it is on Twitter, but I want to wait until I actually know this is part of the Easter egg before I mentioned it within a video. But there's an area on the map where if you throw a monkey bomb, what will happen is Samantha will start laughing, and then there'll be a load of electric around the monkey bomb. Now, I know if you throw a monkey bomb out of the map on any single map, when you throw a monkey bomb out of the map, what will happen is this exact same thing will happen. Samantha will start laughing, and then all of the electric will occur. However, in this one location on the giant where you actually throw it, the same thing occurs. However, you're not throwing it out of the map. Where you actually throw it is inside the map, and where the monkey bomb lands is actually inside the map. So it doesn't make sense why this one location makes Samantha to start laughing when you throw a monkey bomb in there. Now, I don't know if this is part of the Easter egg, but it's something which I found. Now, something else which I found, which I do believe is probably just a glitch, but it's where the map actually turns foggy when it's not actually a Hellhounds round. Now, this is weird because I'm pretty sure I managed to activate it, or at least I was pretty sure that I managed to activate it, because I managed to get this to work about 30 times in a row, and I'm pretty sure if this is part of the Easter egg, there's something to do with throwing grenades at each of the two generators, the one by the actual power and the other one by the mainframe. Now, I know a lot of other people have been experiencing this as well. However, what's interesting is, for me, it happened about 30 games in a row, and it was whenever I was doing things with grenades to the actual generators. I know that sounds so weird, I can't really explain it because I don't know how exactly I did it, but as he said, I managed to do it a ton of games in a row. And I have a sneaky suspicion that this may tie into the Easter egg, but it probably doesn't. And what I believe it actually has something to do with is when you actually chuck these grenades at each of the different generators, I think it's something to do with maybe you have to do it every single round, and I believe you also have to damage yourself when you're chucking these grenades. As I said, this is probably a glitch, but every time I've done this, every time it's always turned foggy after the next dog's round. However, when I haven't done this, it's not turned foggy, which makes me believe that this is some sort of step, but it may just be a glitch. Now, something else which is weird is that if you actually glitch out of the map and you have a look at the Origins robot, on each of the sides there's this circle with an X in it. Now, it's not the one that's on the front of the Origins robot. I know that's the Iron Cross, however, these actual crosses that were on the sides, they look a lot more like shooting, they're like targets, more like. And I've tried shooting them and doing various different things to them, but you can only actually see one of them in-game, the other one's at a distance, and you can't get in the right angle to actually shoot it. Maybe you've got to shoot it with the rocket launcher so the blast radius can actually hit it or something, I'm not sure, but I just have a feeling that these little actual target signs on the Origins robot, they must have something to do with the Easter egg, surely. Now, that's pretty much all I'm going to show within this video. As I said, this is just a few little things which I have been noticing. I have been noticing a lot of other weird stuff as well, but just as a general overview of what this video has showed, at one point I managed to turn off the teleporters before the game disconnected. This was probably just a glitch, but I don't know why this actually occurred. We've also got this green light that's showing up. Somehow I also managed to turn one of the lights on the panel yellow, and I also managed to turn it red after I had completed activating the Origins robot to get the secret perk location. There's also a location on the map where if you throw a monkey bomb, it will do the same thing as throwing it outside the map, although it's inside the map. And there's this weird target symbol on, well, there's two of them on the Origins robot. So let me know what you think of all of this down in the comment section down below. I'm sure at least some of this has to do with the next step of the Giant's Easter egg, or maybe steps further down the line. But at the moment, we just haven't really pieced it all together. But I've discovered a lot of other weird stuff as well, but I'm just waiting until I show that. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to and here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.